Hello, everybody. This is the Win and In podcast sponsored by Sneap Gaming. And today I am joined by the man behind Sneap itself, Mr. Gabe Hohenstein.
Howdy, everyone. How's it going?
It's going pretty great. So we'll just start this off by doing our weekly recap. And this last week was ProQuest season number 2, the second week of it. Any initial thoughts on that?
I really wish I could have played this first upcoming week. I don't have too many thoughts on it per se. I know it's going to be the last meta for Starvo, so people are definitely going to want to play him when they can. Honestly, it's probably going to be the last ProQuest for Chain as well. So it's definitely going to be kind of like, I don't want to say reminiscence or nostalgic, but this is going to be like the last ProQuest, similar to ProQuest Season 1, due to having a new set come out, and the ProQuests that will be following after will be like significantly different. But let's hear your thoughts on it. You were able to attend at least 2 events last weekend. What are you thinking, buddy?
Yeah, so I do think that this is the last one for Starvo. Obviously, he is already at Living Legend. I think there is some people that are in the camp of Starvo should have been banned before this, but I think Living Legend just kind of had to stick to what they said that they were going to do. So this is the last hoorah for Starvo, which is for sure taking some of these pro quests, getting some PTIs for some players. And then I do find it interesting that you think this is Chain's last one. So tell me a little bit more about that, and I'll get on to how I did this week.
Yeah, totally. So Chain has a hefty amount of points on him already. And coming into this season, I think he only had to win 48 of the pro quests to actually qualify for being Living Legend with getting those points. I believe there's going to be 300 plus pro quests happening in this season. And currently of the first week, or I'm pretty sure this first week, I guess you could call it second week, he's won 26 events, and he only needs 22 more to actually hit that Living Legend status. So I think the odds are pretty high that Chain might go, or at least obtain near enough points to actually Living Legend himself out.
Yeah, he is definitely on the up and up. That's for sure. It would be interesting. I think it kind of makes sense. Chain did win the Pro Tour. And so, he would be close enough because of that to become Living Legend. And that would give us 2 heroes into Living Legend. So the arsenal is building for those heroes. And eventually, with enough heroes, we'll get a format that supports them. And it'll be just kind of interesting to see what comes back, if Seeds of Agony comes back with Chain or not. But
Right.
Yeah. It might be Chain's last hoorah as well, which would be kind of cool. And because that means, I guess, Briar would have to be the next Runeblade to step up.
Yeah, possibly. See, what I kept thinking would be crazy if it was Chain's Living Legend point. Since Chain just won the Pro Tour, that really sweet cold foiled chain that says Pro Tour Champion on it, that would be the only Pro Tour chain that would ever be given out, which I think would increase the value. It would make it less playable in CC and other events, but I think it would add a nostalgia to it even more, where it's going to be the only Pro Tour Champion chain, unless they ever make Living Legend a format and someone has a Pro Tour with that.
Yeah, no, for sure. That's a very good point. I think that's probably how it's designed, so that would kind of make sense. I doubt that we'll ever see a hero get 2 Pro Tours before getting Living Legend, but who knows, honestly. But yeah, as far as value, yeah, I mean, if that card didn't need any more value, certainly got some more with Chain becoming Living Legend.
So cool.
Yeah, super, super cool. Well, I did 2 pro quests this last weekend. I got top 8 in both, but no PTIs taken home or gold foils. So a bit of a bummer on that one. But yeah,
so with obtaining top 8, since I didn't get to play on these, I didn't really look at the pricing structure. I knew the pricing was infinitely less good than last time. What was your thoughts on the pricing that you got? What did you receive?
So this is just kind of beating a dead horse at this point, but we all knew it was only going to be tunic sleeves, but now that we're actually getting them, I think it is actually hitting like how bad it is. I think a lot of people make a good point that one of the things you could have done with the last Pro Tour season was get your cold foil hero, sell it, make about 100 or two, and then use that money. If you didn't get the PTI or the gold foil, use that money to go pay for expenses to travel elsewhere to keep grinding out until you get either enough XP or you finally get that PTI. So the tunic sleeves do not do that. They are at most $30, I would say, and I don't see them going anywhere above that. They say event exclusive, and I don't think that even helps out with their value. I honestly think we'll probably see more in Pro Tour France, and I think honestly, like maybe 5 years down the line, they'll hold some value, but not anytime soon. There's so many out there.
Yeah, that's definitely a big bummer for sure. Because I know, like, with the ProQuest Season 1, me and Adam traveled to Portland a couple times, and then Seattle, as well as Spokane a couple times. And we were able to bankroll because Adam just kept winning and winning, and it was just funding the trip with those cold foil heroes.
Yeah, it is. It is disheartening, honestly. It could, like, just even if it was, Blitz heroes, we would have obviously took that. So
with that being said, you made top 8 twice. What places did you get, as well as which hero did you bring to face the decks, I guess?
Yeah, so I went Bolton with both of them, and I lost on the second round the first time, and the first round the second time.
Okay.
The second time I went 5-0 into it, but just got a little greedy and played into a blizzard that just ruined the whole deck.
Oh, that does happen with Bolden for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, what can you do? There's more to come. You already got another PTI your PTI in your belt, so you'll be doing just fine for Pro Tour France. But yeah, those are my thoughts on that.
All right, so that was the ProQuest season. So some other things have happened over this last week. One thing is that the Rhinar and Dorinthia deck is coming out this Saturday. I guess it would already be out by the time you're listening to this. And there's some mixed opinions out there. Have you had a chance to take a look at that deck?
Oh, man, have I had a chance to look at this thing? Yeah, totally. So I guess first of all, I was keeping a close eye on it due to I have a Patreon account under Alpha Investments, so he does a sale for that kind of thing. So I'm like, do I want to buy such a thing? And so when I was looking at the product, I was like really, really disappointed, if I'm completely honest, especially just, I guess, more or less on the Rhinar side of things, due to the Majestic and specialization he got was the Alpha Rampage with the same exact art. Like, I don't really feel like they did our boy justice, and I don't think it's necessarily worth the price they're charging for it. So I definitely opted out of buying that. So I did a little bit of research. I mean, I didn't do crazy. I just saw that Rhinar didn't get any new fun, crazy toys, so I was like, whatever.
It sounds like you're looking at it from like a player perspective. And as far as the player's perspective goes, I think most people will say it's pretty underwhelming. It is for new people. And so I think, maybe with some new eyes, this looks like an amazing deal. I'm not entirely sure. But at least it provides 2 decks ready to go. And I got to respect that. And, at least provides some like old Welcome to Wrath heroes, because, we didn't have Blitz decks for them. So as far as a new player, design, sure, it's okay. But as far as like, established players, yeah, a little undervalued. But you're not only a player, you're an investor. You're a guy that deals with money. Does this product have any interest in that department for you?
When it came to things like that, I don't know exactly the EV of what the whole set's going to come out to be. I think like the only place that, if you're trying to make a quick dollar, it's definitely not going to be the set. Because I don't think, I knew the new couple of I think in Story, she had a couple new cards that look really good. But I honestly think the only way you could actually make any money, not even substantial money, would be to have this product come out, not many people get excited, not many people buy it, and it kind of sits on the shelves, and then it starts becoming a falling knife effect, and it goes down in value. And so then you pick up a couple cases here and there when it's on cheap, and you just buy down as the market goes down for it. And then you build up like just a small position. And then after maybe like a year to 2 years max, it might have gone up 10, 15, 20%. And that's when you could have money. But I feel like with all the new sets and everything Flesh and Blood has coming on with it, and like everything that's happening and what is going to happen, I feel like there's a lot of better opportunities to place your money into places. I think if you buy this product, it should just be for enjoyment purposes only. But that's my opinion. I don't know.
No, that's a very fair opinion. I definitely value like what you see as financial terms. I am just looking at it from a player base. I mean, and so it's not looking good to me. But should I pick this up and kind of hold it on the shelf? Well,
I think like having one of them is pretty, but I don't think it's like something where you want to buy a case and just sit on cards when there's no reason. I mean, I don't know. I guess I didn't look at the whole product, so I could be just completely wrong and crazy out of my wazoo. But I'm pretty sure there's nothing. Because did they come out with any new cards for this deck in particular that looks like it'd be meta breaking?
Okay, that's what I'm going to say. This is my hot take for it. Mm-hmm. I think there is actually a good card, and I think it's going to be a card that is going to be seen in a lot of Blitz decks competitively.
Okay, what's that?
Right. The Reinar Mentor. Okay, so let me say why I think this card is actually good and should be considered.
Mm-hmm.
This card has it where if it's in the arsenal, which is like all the Mentors do, right? Whenever you attack with a attack action that has a 6 or more power,
mm-hmm.
Intimidate. Now, what Reiner wants to do in Blitz is triple Intimidate come in with an attack. Because then they cannot block but with just one card, and if you have a Barraging Beatdown, then you're getting that bonus buff, and you're just coming in and just leaking a shit ton of damage. So this allows for that, because before you would arsenal a Barraging Beatdown, wait till you got your second one, and then Barraging Beatdown, come in with an attack that has you discard a card, so that's your third Intimidate trigger, and then it's just like you more than likely have like got half their damage or half their life off. This card makes it where you only need one Barraging Beatdown. It stays in your arsenal for 2 times that you can do this, and it just like intimidate, coming in with a big card, and like it works so well. So I honestly think this card is going to see, just like Minerva, is going to see a presence in the Blitz decks.
Okay, I could totally see that then. I mean, you spelled it out as clear as day why you think it would work. I guess now we just have to wait to see if it works, Like, have you play tested with it at all?
So right now, I've been doing some, since my team is spread out throughout the states, I've been doing some tabletop, and I don't think it's on FabDB as of now. I might need to check that. But as soon as it is, we will definitely be playtesting with it. I do think it is worth considering. It goes right for Reiner's game plan. It's just the only problem with it is it doesn't pitch. And so we have to make sure that it can take up a spot without killing the deck.
Okay, I could see that.
Yeah.
And so, so I guess the price point. So it's a hero. I tried looking it up. I can't really find it. I was kind of floundering, if I'm completely real. But
I think most of the spoilers are just pictures right now.
Yeah. So I'm looking at, the price of the deck is $50. Might be MSRP. That might just be a little high. But I think the prices for most of the, what are they called, mentors? I think they average between $5 to $10. So say it even is just super gas, super bomber. I'm guessing it would be maximum like a $15 or $20 card, which then means you still have to recoup the rest of your value through the other cards in the set, like the cold foil heroes, the weapons, and the equipment.
Yeah, good point.
I don't know. I think I should have just paid more attention to this. I guess I didn't look into this Rhino thing a whole lot.
Well, and I think I call it a hot take because I don't know how many people agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
I think traditionally people don't look at mentors as like something good
Mm-hmm.
until it works. And so I think it's just going to have to take a deck to make it work. And we might see that here coming up in the world premiere.
That could be kind of sick.
Yeah. All right. So I think that's about it for the recap of Flesh and Blood.
I would agree.
Yeah. So now let's talk about what's coming up. And the biggest thing that's coming up is not necessarily Pro Tour France, which it is coming up, but instead, before that, we are coming up on the world premiere of Uprising.
All right, tell me all about it, because I am not attending.
Yeah, so Uprising is the new set coming out. It's going to have, not 3 new heroes, 2 new heroes, and Icelander. We are supposed to get illusionists, some ninjas, some warriors, and some draconic. So a lot to look forward to. A new limited set again. So that would be fun. But if you are in the US of A, the Las Vegas World Premiere event is coming out on the weekend of the 10th, 11th, and 12th, I believe, of June. And with that comes with a calling that is Team Blitz.
Now, if I remember something right, you live in Vegas.
I do live in Vegas.
You crazy cat.
This is my back door, so I'm definitely going to be there. And I do love Limited, so I will be oh man, I don't know, just so excited. I'm just so excited to play some Limited again. The main event is Blitz, and it's a team Blitz, and this will be the first team event that LSS has hosted. So, team of 3 Blitz decks. The big question for all the teams that are being formed right now is what 3 heroes do you play? And so let me ask you that question first. If you were to tell me, if you would get the team, if you're choosing the best people, what 3 heroes would you want on your team?
Are we choosing to win or choosing for fun, I guess?
Well, give me both. I'm curious.
Okay, so I think for I guess for my winning side, if I was to hedge my bets, I definitely would have an Oldham on the team because I just love Oldham and Blitz. It's so fun.
Okay.
I think. Oh man, what's the name? I guess Viserai just got nerfed, and I forgot about that. So probably not Viz.
Viserai is Living Legend.
Okay, that's what it was. I remember there's something with that. I remember some kid named Brody gave him some points the other day, but what was it? So I definitely know Viz, or not Viz. I apologize. I definitely know Oldham. I think Kasai still has potential. So there'd probably be Kasai on the team, and then possibly either a Kano or even a Briar. It'd probably be more a Briar, so we could have a Rune Blade in there. Definitely I'd say Kasai, Oldham, and Briar would be my more competitive list. But if I really wanted to play the game, we would so have a KO on the thing. Because I think KO is the coolest Blitz one out there.
KO is a great one to either finish the round quick, happy, or sad. They go quick.
No matter what, I think KO would just be a blast. So if it's fun, KO and whatever else.
As long as I think there's something to be said. Oldham is probably the slowest hero in Blitz because he does slow the game down.
Mm-hmm.
But KO is probably one of the faster ones. And so if you had a team where you had Oldham and you had a KO, it might balance out. You might be
yeah, that'd be crazy. Okay, so what about you? What would be the fun ones? We'll start there.
I think Icelander can be fun because you can just kind of put good cards in her deck and then just do her ability. So I'd probably say Icelander. I'd probably say if you can do a goofy Genus deck, That might
Ooh,
be
that could be sick.
yeah, that could be fun. And then I'd probably give it to. I'd probably try to do another combo deck because I think just so probably Benji. Probably I could
And
see Benji being fun. Um, now
so,
is this a
yeah,
winning team? No, not even slightly.
one quick thought, I guess. So the Blitz is on Saturday. Is that correct?
It's Saturday and Sunday. Top
And
eight
so,
will be in on Sunday.
okay, and so Friday is the draft of the new set. Is that
Yes.
correct?
Yeah, well, it'll be a sealed event. Yeah,
Sealed. Okay, but it's the new cards. So
It is the new
technically, I mean, you could get some pretty sick Icelander cards and throw them in your deck
I
on
don't
Saturday.
think that will be legal. But
I
if that was the
mean,
case, Icelander could be, someone to really fear.
would that be funny? Oh golly. Okay, yeah, but now competitive. Like, what do you plan on running with your team? And what's the name of your team? I guess I want to hear that too because I kind of like the name.
We have a non-disclosure agreement, so
Oh, that's totally fair. I can't argue that.
no. We're going with the Bobble Boys.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a name that just came out, and we all flocked to it.
So, are you kind of like a cracked bobble? Are you more like a Christmas time bobble?
Well,
That
you
new
see,
platinum
there's
bottle?
a new bobble.
Yeah, the
that-
platinum.
Yeah, the platinum bobble.
It looks nice.
That's interesting. Yeah, no, we're crack bobbles. We're OGs. Yeah.
Good.
But yeah, so we haven't officially marked down the hero set yet,
hmm
but I would agree, and I think most people would, and I think every team is going to have an Oldhim player.
Yeah.
I do think Oldhim is the best deck in Blitz right now. I think in order to play in this team event, you have to have one player to play Oldhim and one player to play a deck that beats Oldhim. And I think the deck that beats Oldhim, the best is Rhinar. And so I would give Rhinar a nod for the top three.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, if every team has an Oldhim, which I truly do believe that will be the case as far as competitively, you have a 33% chance of facing Oldhim no matter what hero you are. So if you're an Oldhim guy, you better get good at the mirror match. But otherwise, the one deck you don't want to see would be Rhinar, because Rhinar can just punish you for having defense reactions in hands, like staunch responses and turn timbers.
Yeah.
And just Oldhim is such a defensive guy, but if you're just taking away the cards to be able to defend with, then Oldhim is you just take away his best element.
hmm And so I'm guessing you'll be on Oldhim because that's kind of your man. But the real question I think we're all thinking right now is, which Oldhim are you going to play with? You know? Like, are you playing with your life-size Oldhim, your cold foil Oldhim, the one that I bent in half when I got angry? Like,
I thought you were asking for deck list right there. I was like,
yeah. Let's hear the list, dude. Divulge all the information so we know how to net deck you.
I honestly don't think my list is even that special. It is different though, because I'm coming from playing Oldhim and Classic Constructed, so it is a little bit more geared like that. Where I'm not going especially with Awakening Gone, I'm not going with a aggressive Guardian build. I'm going much more defensive. But yeah, no, I'll definitely be showing off the cold foil. If you have it, you got to use it, right?
Yeah, I was kind of really hoping you just slap down that big boy as your playmat, but I mean, one for their own, I guess.
It's so big though. It's bigger than a playmat.
I know, it'd be sick. Get a table.
Yeah.
Okay, that's totally fair. I love that. So, okay, we know Rhinar. We know Oldhim. What's that third slot looking like?
So the third one, I would have to agree with you. I think Kasai is one of the top three. Really what it is, I think Kasai is just the most consistent hero to play in Blitz. I would also say it's one of the easier ones, too. I don't think you have to put too much time into Kasai in order to understand what Kasai does. And the beauty about Kasai is that she blocks very well. If you need a block with two cards from hand, you can still come in with two attacks and that's pretty good. And she's also, if she can go full aggro pretty very well, and then she has a combo with her deck, so she can get played in so many different ways depending on who your matchup is. And I think that's what makes her very good in Blitz, and I think that's why I would put her in top 3.
I agree completely. And so I'm looking at the calling that this is going down with. The top 4 teams all get gold foil legendaries. Like, what are your thoughts on that? Are you going to try to get another one?
Well, yeah, no, definitely. And then I am curious if these gold foil legendaries will have uprising.
I was about to say, like, there's a great chance that they actually might just do you in and give you some cool loot before you can even see them in person, you know?
Yeah, and that would be awesome. That would be really cool. Well, I mean, someone's going to be opening some of these cold foils on Friday for sure.
Well, have you saw the new drop rates of everything, correct?
Yes, I did.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So it's I mean, that's a whole conversation on its own for sure. Yeah, it's I mean, it makes sense for me. Like, there's not going to be unlimited anymore. Like, everything is kind of unlimited at this point. But you hate to see the guaranteed cold foil go away.
Yeah,
because I think that's one of the things that this game does very right is how good those cold foils look, even if they're commons.
Oh yeah.
So you hate to see that go away, but it does make opening up one that much more exciting. So I don't know. We're gonna get some excitement on Friday for sure. Cold foils will be open. Some fables will even be open, and I think it's gonna be a blast.
Yeah, I'm so unbelievably excited for it.
Yeah.
Like, especially just with the new the way they do the new drops, because I just want to buy. I love opening booster packs and buying packs, so it's gonna feel good. Is Cheyenne gonna be playing in any of these? Like,
yeah, she'll be playing in the sealed, and then she is going to be setting up shop.
Yep.
Yeah, she has a lot of like pendants, keychains of the favorite heroes of people's and like favorite cards, and so she has her thing going on. She's also going to be working with metal fab tokens. She's going to be selling some of their stuff as well. Yeah, so you can find her Etsy page is Flesh and Baubles. There you can find all sorts of heroes and cards that she puts onto these keychains and pendants, and you can even request one of your own. If it's a majestic card, you'll have to provide the card, but she can do it, and she can do it pretty damn quick. So, if you even want to test your luck and see if we can get it done in Vegas, that would be the time. So yeah, I think next or in the what is that 3 weeks from now, that should be a blast. But we'll keep on getting the grind in, practicing for it, and then we'll keep on keeping up with the Flesh and Blood news and keep on talking and just kind of shooting the shit. Yeah, do you have anything else to say?
Nothing too crazy. I'm just super stoked on the way everything's heading. I'm just excited for Uprising and the new meta that's going to come about. I'm really just excited to learn a new hero because now that Starvo's gone, Chain's going to be gone. There's heroes that are fun, but it's like I kind of want to just jump into something brand new. Need some water, get some. It's like those when you go to those massage parlors and there's fish that nibble on your feet. I want that kind of feeling.
Oh, I've seen those. Those are weird.
Right? That's what I need in this world. Uprising has it to offer, I'll tell you what.
Well, if you can't make it to the world premiere, I am bummed for you, but fret not. Just wait a week or two, and the pre-releases for this set will start coming out, and you'll be able to pick up some cards then. So keep your hopes up. We'll have some more limited play. I'll start to even put out some videos on how to even play limited, and I think by next week we might be talking about some new spoilers that came out, so it'll be exciting.
So exciting.
All right, well, I'll wrap this up. I appreciate you coming on and talking our weekly talks, and I appreciate you, the audience, for listening in. I hope to see you next time, and until then, just keep on babbing.